Showbiz Tonight can tell you, George Clooney, he's back on the market tonight after splitting up with his girlfriend, Elizabeth Canales. And we can also tell you that there may have been a shocking clue behind this split. With me in New York tonight, TV journalist Taryn Winter-Brill and Kathy Aru, who's the publisher of Catalina magazine. I got to tell you, there were cheers of joy from the women in the Showbiz Tonight staff when we heard the George Clooney news today. But here's the thing. Now, just 3 weeks ago, Elizabeth told an Italian magazine she wanted to get married someday. I'm not sure it's a coincidence, but Taryn, I'm now wondering, even though we don't know the full story here, if perhaps Elizabeth somehow shot herself in the foot by saying something like that so publicly.
AJ, I don't think so. I think they broke up weeks ago. That comment was just a part of the spin, the publicity campaign. But I think if you are a single woman and George Clooney asks you out, do not expect ever to get married. Expect to hang out for a couple years, ride on his motorbike, hang out on a couple yachts, and live happily ever after until he ends it. But for the record, AJ, I am available.
Okay, let me mark that down.
I love yachts and I love motorbikes.
I'll call up his man Stan and we'll get your name to him right now. Now, I did a little digging today, and it seems like, you know, if you do the math, the shelf life, if you will, of a George Clooney girlfriend is about 2 years max. Kathy, do you even think perhaps if Elizabeth hadn't been talking about marriage, if that even had anything to do with this, that perhaps, you know, it was George's time. The cycle had gone through onto his next beautiful, amazingly spectacular woman.
Right on schedule. 2 years, 3 years. He's looking at his watch. He said, oh, it's time to break up. She said the M word. He got nervous. He looked at the time. He ran.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? You know, we've all dealt with George in the past, and he's, as we all will say, he's the nicest guy in television, in movies, in the whole deal to deal with. And even having this discussion right now is a little, you know,
little bananas.
Well, it's a little bananas, and we wish you the best, George. And again, you know, Taryn right here.